Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to Kim's Corner. And here we are just kind of talking about a thoughtful Thursday. I think it's important sometimes to take a minute and to kind of reflect on things. So that's what I kind of felt like we should do today. And hashtag live, hashtag sparkle. Yes, I have my pink on. Do you have your pink on? I would love to see it. Um, I'm just looking to make sure we are good. And we'll go from there. Do me a favor today. If you are watching this, tag someone in the group and remind them to come watch with us. It doesn't matter if you're watching it live or the replay, hashtag sparkle. If you are watching on my YouTube channel, I'd love to have you come join me in the Sparkle and Shine with Kim community. We do fun things in there. I offer additional incentives. So come on over and join us. So let's go ahead and get started. In a world that celebrates hustle, loud voices, and being busy all the time, I thought we would take a minute to talk about the power of a soft minute. Soft, as in pink can be soft. Feminine, the eyelet is feminine. Okay, sorry. Soft doesn't have to mean weak. It can just be the kind of person you are is soft. It takes strength to keep showing up sometimes when you have disappointments. It takes strength to encourage others when you yourself are struggling. These are all soft things that you can share without being, what's it? I'm trying to think of. Like, soft doesn't mean you let people run over you. So if someone's taking advantage, they continually ask you to do things for them, but they're not reciprocating, then that's not what soft has to mean. So let's talk about the eyelet, which is our fabric for this week. It looks delicate, but it holds together because there are tiny little stitches that work around the eyelet. This can be similar to the connections that we have with our friends within this community when you're building a business. Maybe when you're going for Costa Rica repeat. None of it happens from one giant action. It's all the little stitches within that make that work. So I want you to put in the comments something small that you've done for yourself this week. I have been taking a training, and one of the things that the trainer, her name is Joan, I absolutely love working with her. And one of the things she reminds us of is the power of the deep breath, and how if you plant your feet, you sit up tall, you close your eyes to relax. I feel like when I close my eyes, I just want to go to sleep. How about you? But if you do that and then center yourself, so when you're breathing in, and most people that talk about deep breaths talk about 3, so taking in 3 and exhaling 3. So when you breathe in, you take in positive. So maybe think about something like maybe you want to do self affirmations. So you could go, I am strong. So you breathe in and you're thinking, I am strong. And when you breathe in at the top, you hold your breath for a little bit. And then when you exhale, you release negative thoughts. So maybe someone upset you. Maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It wasn't even something someone did. You breathe in and breathe with your diaphragm and then out and release negative things. I have been taking this class. This is our third week. And I'm telling you that the deep breaths really start my morning off really good. It helps me center. It helps remind me that I'm capable. It helps remind me that I can do hard things. And it actually, okay, I remind myself, but I'm worthy of the things that I work for. Sometimes we feel like we aren't. So, what is that one thing you've been doing this week that you've moved closer to a goal? Maybe it's losing weight. Maybe you're working on a big project at work. Maybe you're trying to earn a trip. You certainly have helped me get closer to that. I still have a long ways to go, but I really, really am intent on earning this. And I'm going to celebrate the tiny wins too. So I just thought today we would take a minute and reflect on spending too much time looking at how far you still have to go on a goal versus celebrating those little stitches that you've already made. One tiny win from this week, I want to be able to celebrate you and celebrate the stitches that you have put together. Maybe you had surgery and you're recovering. And while it's really hard for you to slow down, maybe you did that. That is a huge win. So I can't wait to see those. It's a new week. It's the last week in June. We have 2 weeks in the trip contest. I am working very hard behind the scenes, but I can use all the support. So if you know someone who wants to host a party, or you just want to collect a couple orders. A friend of mine did that. She collected 4 orders. And so I gave her the hostess credits, $40 a piece, to reflect that. So you don't necessarily have to, but if you know someone who loves jewelry, invite them in, share my link. Celebrate the little wins with us along the way. And it's Thursday, so I always try to make these a little shorter. I want everyone to get out there and sparkle and shine, sisters and misters, and make sure that you take the time for yourself that you need and celebrate those little wins. That's it for tonight. Have a good evening.